Hi, my name is Jenny and I've been living in New York City for 5 years, and I adopted a beautiful big greyhound. There she is. Her name is Daphne and she's a gorgeous blue brindle. So I watched a lot of YouTube videos and a lot of them were geared towards smaller dogs. I saw them cutting the nails and they were basically lifting the small dog up or holding it down, or they put it on like an actual salon like thing with the whole neck thing up on a table. Normal people don't have all those things, and that doesn't really apply for big dogs because in my strength I really can't carry a 63-pound dog and do her nails at the same time. I even asked my adoption agency what I was meant to do, because maybe greyhounds are special, maybe they need their nails cut a certain way, but that really wasn't the case. She literally wrote that you can either have a second person lift them off the ground, or she has a sling made that she attached to a beam that runs across the ceiling, and it lifts the dogs off the floor, making trimming a breeze. Okay, so this first method that I'm going to show you is for non-compliant dogs, and here are the things that you're going to need. The first thing is, depending on whether you have it or not, a muzzle will come in really handy. And this is actually Daphne's racing greyhound muzzle thing. I just got it through the adoption agency. That this has always been hers, but there are a bunch of basket muzzles that I really recommend that are probably on Chewy or Petco, that are useful not only for nail trimming, but if your dog ever injures their body or has had surgery and you don't want them to lick that spot, then a muzzle is going to be really helpful. And what I do is I will tape the bottom part so that they can't lick their wound. You don't know how your dog is going to react when they feel like they're getting hurt or they feel unsafe. Second thing is, of course, you need the actual clippers. So here are my favorite Miller's Forge clippers that I bought for like $9 from Petco, and they are the best ones out there. The other option is the Dremel. You just charge it up on a USB and it's ready to go. It's basically just like a sanding thing that is going to be rotating on the top, and you press this button. This is more for like, you need to trim off significant pieces, but also you need to trim off small, like really thin pieces at a time. If the dog's nail is this long, don't try to trim it off here. Just imagine my finger is the whole nail. Trim it off like piece by piece, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that, because it's gonna hurt them if you try and take off like an inch at a time. Like, that's insane. The other really good tip is get yourself a torch. So my dog's nails are white, so I can actually see the quick quite easily, and here is an illustration of a quick, so you know where you need to cut or where you need to Dremel up to. And basically this part is all going to be pink, and you do not want to touch this at all. So you can cut up to, you know, as I said, with the clippers you can cut this much, this much, this much, just small portions at a time. But with the Dremel, you'll be Dremeling at that second or third black line, not the first one. I mean, you could at the first one, but basically you don't want to get way too close to the quick. If you're an absolute beginner and you're really scared, get yourself a pen, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna mark the spot where the quick ends on your dog's nail. Very important, and this is my whole secret hack to my method. You need 2 leashes or you need 1 harness. So this is Daphne's normal leash. I will put it around her neck, and then I have another leash that is very good. It's a leash from Found My Animal, and the really neat thing about it is it has little metal rings in it where you can actually adjust where that ring is you're going to put 1 leash around the neck and 1 leash around the waist, and you're going to hook all of that up or tie it up to a really heavy piece of furniture or a pole or a whatever you have in your apartment or your house, you should have some Styptic powder. It's really important because this is going to help stop the bleeding on your dog. If you do make a mistake and you did clip the quick, then you need this. It's like this weird yellowy powder, and you're going to put the dog's bleeding nail straight in it. Okay, so now I'm going to leash her to my couch. So that she really can't run away. And this is really useful. It's not hurting her, I promise. This is gonna help your dog not get hurt. Now I'm gonna put the muzzle on her. If you don't have a muzzle, by the way, you can make a makeshift muzzle, but I think you can do it for kind of moderate dogs. Don't do a makeshift muzzle for a very aggressive dog. You can make a makeshift emergency muzzle just by getting a piece of rope, obviously not like, hopefully not like this, but like a flat piece, like a ribbon or even a pantyhose, and you're just gonna tie it from, you put it up first, cross it, and then put it behind the neck. That's all there is to it. Okay, so you see how her nails, they're actually quite short. So let me try and find a kind of long one. Okay, this one. This one is a little bit long. You see how there's this pink part, right? That is the quick. And you, if you're nervous, you're gonna draw with your pen a line where that quick ends. So let's draw the line. There it is. But what I am going to show you is using this Dremel. And what I do is I'll put her paw up like that, and I'll just start dremeling. And I can see through the light, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to start dremeling just like that. You're just using the tip, and you're gonna try and cut it so that you are shaping it like a bullet. This is how you receive the quick. She's not loving it. She's looking at me very closely. And if your dog pulls back a lot as you get closer and closer to the quick, listen to them because it's getting painful for them. That's the way that I Dremel her nails down, and it is tiring. You get sweaty, they can pant and scream and do all that, but the more you do it, the more they're gonna get used to it. And fortunately, there's even more hope, because what happened with me was she actually started to trust me quite a bit. And sometimes when she's really tired and she's just laying down, I would sit right in the middle of her. I would just pick up a paw and I'd start dremeling that. And now she lets me do that. She doesn't love it, and she doesn't let me do it for a very long time. So you gotta be quick and your hands will get more nifty, but there's hope. They might not ever like it, and that's okay, but they're definitely gonna come to tolerate it. I mean, I don't know how much it costs in your area to get a dog's nail trimmed, but in New York City, it's gonna range between like $10 to $20. And if you have to go and get your dog's nail trimmed every month, that's already $120, or it could be even $240 or even more. So think about it, you're really saving a lot of money, and it's really not that hard. So if this video was useful for you and you enjoyed it, please subscribe below and like this video, comment, ask me any questions, even any constructive criticism is super welcome. So that's it. Until next time, we'll see you later. Hi everyone, I love getting my nails done. Yes, I do. I'm a changed woman.